We rely on a map of a predictable, mechanical universe. But at the extreme edges of our measurement, that map is tearing at the seams. Take the Hubble tension. When astrophysicists measure the expansion rate of the late universe, the numbers disagree with the measurements taken from the early universe. Our own math is colliding with its own results. Then look deeper into the past. The James Webb Space Telescope reveals massive, fully formed structures in the early universe that defy our timeline of cosmic development. When a map fails consistently like this, it indicates a perimeter. We are hitting the edge of a jurisdiction, the exact threshold where one set of physical rules stops and another begins. Thousands of years ago, cultures separated by oceans and millennia documented this exact boundary problem. The cosmic egg and the nested spheres of Vedic and Egyptian traditions operate as symbolic models of these boundaries. Ancient maps stored the logic of how reality behaves and where its limits lie. They functioned as a compressed operating system for reality, encoded into symbolic language. Reading these traditions as technical manuals for a cosmic interface turns the strangest features of ancient myth into functional instructions. Every system starts with a baseline: the Tao, the Noon, the Akasha. It is an eternal canvas of unlimited potential and chaotic energy. Infinite potential is lethal to localized life. If a finite being is exposed to the entirety of that cosmic sea all at once, the sheer volume of information cancels out individual experience. The universe solves this through the macrofold, or the shell. This geometric boundary steps down infinite complexity into a finite, ordered space. Inside this reduction, energy stabilizes, carving out a pocket where physical matter forms and local experience occurs sequentially. The cosmic egg acts as a protective bandwidth filter. It separates infinite potential from a survivable reality. Once a filtered celestial shell is established, the system requires a method to route information through it. This is the Dendera zodiac. The web of mythic figures in these ancient sky maps represents functional offices within the cosmic operating system. A gatekeeper at a threshold represents strict transition logic, controlling access permissions to pass between different boundaries. A messenger figure manages the system's memory, dictating how signals are archived and routed across the cosmic network. A timekeeper enforces audit and limitation, mapping the perimeter where one set of rules exhausts itself. What appears to be a religious sky map functions as an organizational chart, detailing how reality processes information. During a period of intense civil war, ancient China produced the 100 schools of thought. They built a highly detailed syncretic interface stack. Taoism established the flow and memory layer. It mapped the non-coercive patterns of reality to ensure the system remained dynamic, avoiding calcification into rigid machinery. Legalism built the shell and limit layer. It provided the strict verification protocols, standards, and authority required to maintain stability across the boundary. Naturalism, utilizing yin-yang and the 5 phases, acted as the translation layer. It mapped massive cosmological cycles down into observable, local human experience. These schools describe different layers of the same machine, acting as stackable interfaces for a single reality. In a system where every individual acts as a localized fold of the same energy, the integrity of each boundary becomes a functional necessity. This leads to the protocol of natural law. Because every individual is a folded expression of the infinite medium, they possess a sovereign boundary. The universe respects the geometry of this boundary absolutely. The interaction creates an immediate feedback loop. If an individual forces their vectors aggressively across another sovereign border, the surrounding system calculates the mathematical weight of that intrusion and reflects it back onto the origin point. Morality in this cosmic model is a mechanical feature of the universe, an objective feedback loop governed by how boundaries interact. The scale of this macrocosmic architecture always pulls back to the individual. The ultimate cosmic bottleneck in the system is human consciousness. The true boundary of the universe is located exactly where infinite cosmic signals step down into your finite perception. When an ancient text presents a god, a gate, or a monster at a threshold, it is describing a specific logic being executed. The ancient sky manuals and cosmic eggs encoded the user instructions for navigating the interface of human experience.